So Harvest Against Hunger really focuses on two of the problems that are facing our society right now. One is that we have about 40% of the food that we grow in the United States goes to waste. The other side of that equation is, at the same time, there are millions of people that don't have enough food to feed themselves and their families on a daily basis. So what our organization, Harvest Against Hunger, does is we look for ways to get healthy, fresh, nutritious produce that otherwise might go to waste into the hands of people who are suffering from hunger in our community.
We're always planting excess because we're always needing to protect ourselves from a pest or a disease or some kind of weather event. So any, excess that we might have planted as our own insurance policy, if I have resources to get it to people and to be able to feed them, that's really fabulous.
There's not always a natural connection between farms and hunger relief organizations. Sometimes it's really hard for farmers to have enough time in the day to be able to figure out what they can do with any excess crop that they might have. And the other side of the equation, you've got food banks that are just working oftentimes with just volunteers to get that door open and serve people that are coming in. So there's not a lot of time and space for them to make those connections between one another. We really do see our role as being a connector. We don't have trucks, we don't have warehouses, we don't have forklifts, we don't have fields, but we can find ways to bring all of those components together to help feed hungry people in our community.
Working with the organizations that can make the connections means that I can afford to send my crew out to the field, harvest all that, and get it to the people that need it. It wouldn't happen if we had to go, if the farmers had to try to figure it out.
Friday, towards the end of our workday, we had 3 different farms stop in, just kind of boom, 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 right one after the other, dropping off raspberries and blueberries. Looking at that fresh produce from a farm 10 miles down the road, going into a family in my backyard that just has a little help needed. And so they get high nutrition that everybody should have. Trying to get to that point of equity in the food system where everybody has access to whatever they need to survive and thrive. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, being able to get that donated from farms that have partnered with us for years is phenomenal.
One of the core beliefs for our organization is that getting healthy food to individuals who need it is going to build healthier communities. Having good access to nutritious produce is like a miracle drug where it's going to reduce heart disease, it's going to reduce obesity, it's going to help kids do better in school, it's going to help seniors to be independent. I mean, that's the kind of thing that when you're providing healthy produce to a community, those are all the ancillary benefits that are going to have the longer term impact in a community. And it's not just us who will benefit by it, but it's everybody that's in that community. So another way that we make connections is literally connecting food that's at a farm to a hunger relief organization, and that is in the form of donated and discounted trucking.
So having a semi that's donated and coordinated by Harvest Against Hunger, that enables us to get 10,000 pounds of potatoes all at once, so then we can store them and distribute them out over a few weeks. We're able to do our work more effectively with the support of Harvest Against Hunger.
One of the things that we can take for granted is that we have access to healthy food. We have access to food that's not going to make us sick, that's not going to lead to obesity, that's not going to lead to some lifelong issues. But oftentimes, getting access to food like that, if you're living in poverty, can be really challenging. It could be that you don't have a grocery store just down the street. It could be that you don't have enough money to buy the healthy produce that might be available in the grocery store.
We as farmers are already working really hard and doing work that we love and that is bringing value to our communities, but we need those people that can be, on the phone or behind their desk or talking on Capitol Hill and saying, this is what we need to help these farmers do to help get this food to the people that really need it.
And it may look complicated, and it may look like a lot of relationships, but at the end of the day, what matters is when somebody comes into a hunger relief organization, they're welcomed and they know that they're going to get healthy produce that's going to help them get through this period of crisis.